Hi, I'm Sonny. Thanks for joining me at the Underground today. So, during my video, I'm going to announce a new silver giveaway that I'm going to be having coming up in the future, near future hopefully. A lot of people ask me why do I like silver so much, being that I'm into preparedness and, trying to be ready for whatever comes in the future. And, one of the reasons I've really stepped up my silver stacking is because I believe that we are at the beginning of a historic bull run with precious metals. And like I said, right at the beginning. So this is the time where average people like me or you can buy an ounce or two a week here and there and start accumulating a little bit of wealth over time. And that's why I'm hoping we at least have, the longer the better, a couple years left ahead of us. And, some of these warning signs, besides all the things that I talk about in other videos in the economy that push me more towards silver than even over gold. Now, don't get me wrong, I do, stack a little bit of gold here and there. And, these are just my beliefs and things that I found during my research. Please do your own and do only what you're comfortable with. And like I've stated in other videos, I make sure that I have food, water, mainly security, ammo, a bunch of my other essential preps in order before I even started really heavily getting into silver. Now, one of these major warning signs for me is the stock market every other day lately is making new highs in all the major indices. And while that's going on, the insiders and 1% are selling their shares at record paces and replacing it with precious metals. We have central banks and governments around the world buying precious metals at a record pace the last few years. Governments buy 1/5 of the gold mined in the world. And, they keep that stashed away in reserves. I've mentioned in other videos, the United States alone has, 74% of its reserves is precious metals. And it's probably higher than that. So if the richest, most powerful people in the world are getting rid of their shares and paper assets and buying precious metals, that's what I'm going to do, why I'm able to. Because I believe in the future, it's going to be out of reach for everyday people like us unless you already have it. For example, JPMorgan Chase is the biggest bank in the United States. And it's the third biggest bank in the world by assets. Now, they claim that if you look up who owns the biggest silver hoards in the world, for number one, they're going to put private stackers, private investors. And what they mean by that is they're going to say all of us combined, everyone that stacks and collects silver privately, is the biggest silver hoard in the world. And that might be true in a sense, but all of us aren't going to throw all of our silver in a pot together, when the time comes, and then split up all the money we have. So, accumulatively, that might be the biggest hoard in the world, but number 2 and 3 are JPMorgan Chase. And the reason they're 2 and 3 is because JPMorgan Chase is the custodian, the trustee of the iShare ETF, which is the second biggest, really the first biggest silver hoard in the world. And, they're the trustee, so everything has to go through them. Really, they're in control of it. Now, number 3 is JPMorgan itself and its actual, assets and on its books. So realistically, JPMorgan Chase has so much silver, it's unbelievable. And there's a reason why they have that amount of silver. This isn't the type of company that just buys something because they think it's going to go up a few dollars. They invest heavily in things, heavily when they really believe or know that something's going to give. And the way the other assets in the stock market and housing prices have been, pushed up and up and up into this massive bubble that everyone's calling the everything bubble, silver and gold has just been pushed down and kept stagnant. And I heard someone else explain it like this: silver and gold, especially silver, is like a massive spring that you just pushed and put weights on top of and held down forever. And when one of them weights finally falls off and gives, that thing is just going to let loose and spring up like you wouldn't even believe. So, besides, I like the way silver looks. I like collecting it. I can see the warning signs going on in the world. In, governments buying precious metals at record paces. The largest banks in the world are buying precious metals at record paces. It's a sign to me that that's what we should be doing as everyday people to benefit our future. I really believe we have tough times coming ahead, and it's really going to help everyday people like us prosper and benefit when those times do hit us. So, I definitely believe everyone should have a little bit of precious metals in their preparedness, survival strategy, because, the warning signs are out there. You just have to look in the right places and be aware of what's going on, which I know most of you watching this are awake and are aware of what's going on, and not even just this country, it's the whole world, really. Things are slowly spiraling out of control. I was talking with some co-workers at work about it today, and some of them are, older fellas, older than me, in their, mid and upper 50s, and the one guy responded to me basically saying, I have, tens of thousands of dollars invested in my retirement pension that I have a professional broker taking care of. The problem is, professional brokers are doing everything by the books, and with what's going on in our economy, you can't just base everything off technical analysis and data these days. It's manipulated, and that's a fact. And he said, I'm not concerned because before anything goes wrong, I know he'll do what's right and take care of me. I can tell you another thing wrong with that theory, and that's ABSs, which is asset-backed securities. And for example, we all know that there is a crisis going on in the subprime auto industry right now. And what's going on is these banks are giving these auto loans, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to people they know that can't maintain these loans. But then what they do is they group hundreds and hundreds of these auto loans together, and they call it an ABS, an asset-backed security. And then they sell that. And, when they sell that ABS, they pocket the difference that they make on the sale right there, and it's no longer the bank's concern. Well, the problem with that is our pensions and retirements are the ones buying these ABSs. And when these loans default one after another, that is our retirement and pensions that are going to lose all that money when that ABS turns upside down. So the banks don't really care about them because they get rid of them and sell them. And us everyday people are the ones that are going to be stuck with them. Why are our pensions buying them? Well, because they're hungry for higher yields. And with interest rates going down and down and down, they're just trying to maintain that 7% return that, we're basically more or less promised when we, invest and put money into these pension plans. So, it's really setting our future up for a bad situation. And that's just one example of what is going on. So, regardless how much money you have in retirement, when these things go belly up and the stock market corrects and goes boom, if you don't have anything of real value, you're going to be in a really bad spot. And that is why I'm such an advocate of precious metals. Alright guys, I'm back. I had to leave for a minute. Monday Living was going live for the first time. I wanted to show him some support. He's an amazing guy, great channel. He's trying to grow. He's doing giveaways every week up until Christmas. Just cool little things. A knife is what he gave away tonight. Really nice one. So definitely go support him. You won't be let down. He's a great guy, down to earth, and good channel all around. So, with all that, I want to announce I am at around 330 subscribers at the time of this recording. I started my first YouTube video, it was October 4th, I think, and I've been growing pretty fast due to, you know, meeting other people, subscribing to channels, and trying to be a really good support for everyone myself. What I wanted to do is I wanted to do a 500 subscriber giveaway. When I get 500 subscribers, I'm going to give away some silver. One of the things that I'm going to give away as of now is a 1 ounce Monarch metal, you know, hand poured silver. Very beautiful, nice. It's, you know, poured silver is one of my favorite silvers to stack. Let me get you a better look at that. So this 1 ounce hand poured Monarch metal silver, I love it. I think it looks like pirate treasure. It's so cool. It's going to be, you know, one of the things I'm giving away. What's up, everybody? I'm always saying how, you know, just buy what you can afford. A couple ounces a week. I mean, if you can afford 10 ounces, 5 ounces, 100 ounces, do what you can. But this was my week's little gather up. I just went to my local dealer, spent about 40 some bucks, and got some Constitutional. You know, just your regular quarters and your 40% Kennedy half dollars. And the quarters are 90% silver, if some of you out there weren't aware of that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. It adds up fast, so an ounce here or there, you'll be thankful in the future. Those ones are in great shape. They look uncirculated. Beautiful. $5 face value. So, you know, please check out Monday Living. To be in this silver giveaway, you have to obviously subscribe, hit the like button, and you know, I know a lot of people have private, you know, a private account out there. If you're privated and I can't tell you're subscribed, unless maybe you can unprivate it and send me an email. I don't know how this all works. Like I said, I'm pretty new to it. But I have to be able to see you're subscribed in order for you to win the silver. Because it wouldn't be fair to all the people that support me out there if you're not subscribed to win the silver. You know, I want a supporter, and there's a lot of good supporters out there who deserve it to win the silver. So you have to be subscribed. You have to make it so I can see you're subscribed. And in the comments below, just write, you know, I love silver, or anything silver, I don't care. So please subscribe. Have a great weekend, everybody. And please, please, keep preparing and prepping. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.